of the day for the next sitting. I call the clerk.
Notice number 3, Australian Defence Force Cadets. Motion from the member for Herbert.
Member for Herbert.
I move the motion relating to Australian Defence Force Cadets in the terms in which it appears in the notice paper. Deputy Speaker, Texas State High School in the Southwest Darling Downs never had cadets, and by the time I went to boarding school, I was sort of out of that mould where we could have had cadets. The one good thing about, or one of the very many good things about becoming a local member is the ability to go around to schools and go around to cadet corps and seeing the type of people that are involved in there and interacting with cadets and their tutors and their senior people within that those organisations. Townsville is blessed in being a great garrison city, among other things. We have a very, very strong and vibrant cadet force. You find that the things they have in common are great kids and great adults helping them out. The people that give them the time, some of whom are paid just a little bit, but they are paid back more than that in the attitude they get from their kids and the respect for the uniform and all that sort of stuff that goes with being a cadet. The thing I like about cadets is it sets them on the road. I don't think there is anything untoward about saying that cadets is probably the nation's best youth leadership program. It bases its format on trust, on respect not only for yourself but for others, the uniform and the equipment, and it also bases itself on discipline and getting opportunities and making the most of them. In an era where we have high youth unemployment and disengagement with society, cadets fills that spot for so many kids. We are lucky in Townsville, as I said. The RAF cadets that base themselves at Air Base Townsville at Garbett have fantastic facilities there, and the RAF base at Garbett, Townsville RAF base, do a great job of making sure that these kids have everything they need. Heatley State High School has a great band of cadets in Townsville and are well disposed inside that high school. Our Navy cadets, however, have a few issues, as well as our Army cadets at Laverack Barracks. And I would like to thank and place my thanks on record to the Parliamentary Secretary, to the Minister for Defence, the Member for Gippsland, in relation to the way he has given me an open hearing and has been very abiding of his time and ideas around how we get a good result for my Navy cadets and the Army cadets at Laverack in Townsville. The Navy cadets are actually going to lose their premises, not because they haven't been good tenants or anything like that, but because they have the company is expanding and they'll need that building back. Additionally, the facilities that they had was one of those ridiculous things where they put the petition from, instead of being to a certain level, have taken the petition to the ceiling, and it is now a fire risk, and they can't have sleepovers or they can't have camps. So the Navy cadets, the Townsville Navy base, Navy cadets is probably the best base, but it goes basically from Bundaberg all the way through to the Torres Strait, and the ability not to be able to have camps there is a real bane of their existence. So what we would like to do, in conjunction with the Army cadets at Laverack, who have working out demountables in Laverack Barracks, they have an issue about getting onto the base and off the base, and of course it's an Army base, so it's not lit for pedestrian traffic after hours. So quite often you'll find kids going through, 2 cadets and parents trying to find their way through there, and it's not the most hospitable places to try and get all the way into the bowels of Laverack Barracks. So what we would like to do is, with the LHD coming up, the Landing Helicopter Dock Ship, we'll be doing a lot of work in Townsville. The ADF will have a lot of organisation to do around Townsville Port, and we'll have to be building facilities there as posts, the staging posts and that sort of thing. If we can get a facility and add value to the defence investment in that space, at that area in South Townsville, which is easy and central for everyone to get to, you could co-locate your Navy cadets and all their equipment with your Laverack Barracks-based Army cadets and all their equipment. They could have a parade on which to march. They could have all the facilities as well as camping facilities for cadets overnight. Could I just finish again by saying thank you to all those people who get involved with cadets and all the adults who work so hard in trying to make sure the cadets have a great experience. They don't necessarily go through and join the ADF, and Army cadets don't necessarily join the infantry. What it does is it gives them those life skills of being able to work together as a team and understanding the chain of command and the role in which they play in the organisation. It is a truly great organisation. It's something we as a parliament should foster and encourage much more. And I again, I thank the Parliamentary Secretary, the Minister for Defence, Darren Chester, for all his work in this space. I thank the House.